Rating the worst ways a man has rejected me. You would think after confessing several times, I would get the hint to gain some dignity. Unfortunately, I don't have that, so let's get into it. At number 3, I'll start off nicely. This was probably the nicest response I could get. The classic friend zone. Yeah, it was my mistake for probably confessing through TikTok and also sending One Piece TikToks at the same time. But yeah, he just said we were better off friends, so that's not too bad. We're still acquainted now because we weren't that close in the first place. But the second one's a little meaner. It's a bit of a jump. At number 2, we have, do she just go be liking everyone? Insinuating that I'm a bop. And God forbid I like several people in 1 year. Mind you, it was actually just 2 people. Like, it really wasn't that much. I just liked one person before him. But yeah, he actually texted that to my best friend, that he was just wondering that if I liked everyone. And I'm just like, you, a man that had 8 talking stages in 1 year, wanted to shame me for liking 2 people in 1 year. But honestly, that one was probably the meanest. But because I didn't like him as much as the first person, it didn't hurt as much as the winner of this rating, which is, so at number 1 is actually, after I sent a heartfelt message saying I think I'm developing feelings for this person, he texts me Lamau, LMAO, laughing my ass off. Yeah, and unfortunately after that, I actually had to straight up tell him that you shouldn't be laughing in a girl's face for confessing their feelings. I had to state that as well. And actually, it gets worse. It actually gets worse because I had told him we should not be friends so I can get over him first. And he said, no, who will help me in calculus now then? Are we for real? Are we dead ass? You're saying that you didn't care that you would lose my friendship, but you cared about your fuck ass calculus grade? Unfortunately, actually, I was actually so down bad for that guy that I ignored all of that. I still stayed friends with him. And then actually 8 months later, no, I think it was 4. No, it might have been 6. Maybe half a year later, I developed feelings again, and then I confessed again, and then he actually didn't really like me back. So I actually cut him off, but he ended up texting me again recently, and we're friends again now. I don't like him anymore. Like, I'm done for now. Oh no, I meant I'm done permanently. But yeah, I never learned my lesson, and I hopefully learn now, but who knows? I don't like no one new right now, so all my friends unfortunately have to keep me in check now because I do everything on a whim. Oh, also this guy that I texted that he responded with Lamau, I also confessed on Thanksgiving Day, so now my Thanksgiving day every year is now tainted with the fact that I confessed to a man and he laughed in my face. Peace out.
I'm probably gonna get shit for this video, but honestly, I don't care. I'm gonna make it anyway. I wanna talk about guys that reject hot chicks and then slum. Meaning you dated a hot girl and then decided that hot girl was not for you and are now dating a girl that is not nearly as hot. Obviously, there can be a lot of factors as to why you reject a hot girl. This is just a very broad generalization, but I'm gonna say it. I think the main reason that men reject hot women is because they don't want to have to work that hard. I mean, I think it's no secret that hot chicks tend to have higher expectations and higher standards than maybe less attractive women. I know how that sounds. It sounds really bad, but I think it's just because, again, hot chicks are just used to being treated a certain way. So I do think oftentimes when attractive men meet attractive women, they're almost like, crap, I'm actually gonna have to put in a lot of work here. Whereas girls that are less attractive just don't require that much work. To be clear, I think that you guys should be putting in work for whoever you are dating, no matter what they look like. But I think that girls that are less attractive, I mean, they're gonna be more likely to just accept you for how you are. They're gonna appreciate you more. They're going to demand less. They're gonna make you feel better about yourself. Again, obviously, I'm sure that it's like you could break up with a hot chick because she's just an asshole. But if that were really the case, then why wouldn't you date another hot girl afterwards? And yes, I understand that obviously other things than looks are more important, and you could have matured and realized like, hey, I actually want to date somebody that I have shit in common with and makes me laugh, and that's smart and cool and not just hot. But there are hot girls that have good personalities and that are smart and cool and you have things in common with too. They're just higher maintenance. I get it, you're gonna call me shallow and all of that, but I'm just calling it like I see it. Am I crazy? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me for more tips.
Reacting to legitimate reasons why men rejected me. Number one, and probably the most hurtful at the time, was when he just said, look, I just don't want to bring you around my parents because I'm ashamed to be with a redhead. This was a 4 out of 10 in terms of... Number two, and probably the most hurtful again, was, look, I just don't want to be seen with you because your hair is so bright, so we won't be able to go out and be incognito together. Because he wanted to hide. He wanted to hide me. Look, 0 out of 10, mate, because who are you? Number three was someone who literally just said, shall we dye each other's hair blonde so we can go blonde together in the summer? He just wanted a reason to be with a blonde. He just didn't like my hair colour, and I did not go ahead with this. So that one's a 6 out of 10 because you're kind of lame, to be honest, buddy. But look at me now.
You know that 5-foot guy I was speaking to, like the last Mexican guy, who completely discarded me as if I was absolutely nothing? Well, I've seen some updates. He's actually with someone new now. She's got like brownie blonde hair. She's a stripper. Again. They're all apart from me. The only one that can't dance is the only one that he didn't want, you know. She hasn't got kids though, and he didn't like kids, so whatever. I don't care. Go, Mr. Mexico. On to a new one.
When a man ignores you, here's what he's thinking. And yes, I spoke to a man about this. So you feel him pulling away, maybe he's ignoring you or not answering for a long time, and you're starting to get that old voice in your head wondering what's going on. It's making you anxious and you want answers. But here's the thing, lovely. Even healthy men pull back here and there as they grow in love and intimacy with you. So the worst thing that you can do when this starts to happen is smother him, chase him, and start asking him a bunch of questions. Yes, he may be freaking out a little bit. He may be wondering if he wants to be with you long term or date you more. He may be wondering if he's ready for a commitment, and he's allowed to have those fears. Men like to process things on their own, really think it through. Women, hello, we tend to get with our girls and talk about things. So, my lovely, the best thing you can do is focus on yourself, communicate with your girlfriends, go for your own support, go do fun things. You don't have to talk about it till you're blue in the face. In fact, it's better if you just refocus on things that make you happy right now. Let him have the space that he's very obviously craving. Because if it is him needing to process and you get in his face like, what's going on? What are you doing? You're not texting me as much. Okay, you're reiterating his fears of being not enough, not able to make you happy, not ready for a commitment, which is not what you want to do at all. And then again, oftentimes it has nothing to do with you. He might be having a terrible day at work. He might be overwhelmed. He might be having personal family issues, things that he's not quite ready to just dump on you yet. Allow him space and trust the masculine to figure things out. If you do this, you're going to stand out from 90% of the women out there. Most women get into anxiety and freak out and push him away. So when you are truly in your feminine energy and you have your power, you're confident, you know you don't need him anyway. You can give him space and he will come back to you way stronger if he really has feelings for you when you respect that space. If you find yourself really struggling with the ability to stay out of anxiety when you like someone, you may be way too far into your masculine energy. If you want to learn to heal your self-concept and be able to be in that playful, peaceful energy where you're not always in your head in love, make sure you check out my self-concept course and my complimentary trainings, as well as book a Zoom with me. All of my stuff is in my profile description link. I'm Lauren Sugihara, intuitive love priestess, certified relationship coach, certified hypnotist, and the big sister you know you need. Don't worry, I've got you.